Wrong one. Wrong one. There it is. And let's see how this week went. So we started today, or well, last week on Monday. 28 turns on Monday. We had 14 turns on high bar and 14 on vault, which are very, very different from what I normally do. Usually I do a P-bars, horse, floor and vault on this day. But we've been working on the technique for these events so much that I figured I needed to give an extra day to dedicated to that new technique that we were working. And so I decided, let's just put high bar vault prioritize on Monday, and then we'll kind of flip flop what we've been doing for our Tuesday, Wednesdays. And happy belated to Mia. Yeah, she'll definitely be appreciative of hearing that. And what up, Sabrina? How are you doing today? So we'll keep going on. These were my first couple turns. I don't remember exactly where we left off, but I've started steering away from the Japanese style of tapping. And so we're really just focusing on getting a good spike. Although it looks like I'm still trying the Japanese technique right here. Yeah, I don't know. These are ugly, guys. Oh, you're right. Okay, so Monday was actually the last day I was doing this. But with that being said, I'm trying to figure out this tap. And so you can see I'm doing it just from a drop. I'm trying to understand how everyone accelerates and gets so much speed through their kick. And really what I started realizing, I don't know if it was that turn or this one, is, alright, on that one, you pull so much. And this is where I really started figuring out the fact that, because I was trying to figure out the Japanese are so arched, they have their head out. Like, these are all things I learned not to do when I was picking up the Kovacs. And so I started being like, alright, well, what does doing your head do? It means it keeps your chest low, and your feet and hips will rise over your head. And so your head, by throwing it back, will keep your hips low and accelerate you as long as you keep that pull going down towards your hips. And so I'm still trying a couple more of these taps, but honestly, I did so many of these. I did so many taps, and that's why I finally decided, all right, it's time to call it, really crazy Japanese. And I'm honestly a little frustrated at this point as well. Just because I'm like, these are kind of ugly. There's this weird second bounce going on. So I was like, all right, I think this might be the one. Let's just try a more normal turn. And I was like, whoa, Andre, we're onto something. We did something right there that I liked. And this is where things started changing. And you see how I'm getting that counter coil going with my hips? So I'm going to slow this one down. So here we go. I messed up, guys. I messed up real good. All right, where does Andre come in? All right, and we're going to start this over. So, yeah, we bring Andre in, and I'm like, all right, dude, let's figure this out. So, good spike. We're not doing this Japanese tap anymore. I'm doing what is normal for me. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick really hard and pull super hard. And it's ugly right now, don't get me wrong. It starts looking better later. But I felt like I was getting this whippy action, which I really started to enjoy. So this one was actually one of the better ones. So look how my chest is staying low. My head's out. My chest is coming out. My body is kicking into an upright position. I'm a little too pikey right now, which I'll start figuring out later. But look at that form. That form is so much better. And my hands are coming much closer down to my hips, which I've never actually done before. I've always just been kick, hollow, whip, and roll through a hollow. This is working through that range so much better. So I'm very, very excited about seeing that. I think I do one more just to cap it off, and it was, I think it was a little sloppier, but it was better. And so I got super frustrated on these vaults because we had the epiphany on the Saturday before of how to do it like Daiki, and I just could not figure out how to replicate it. And so I'm going to take you through this one right here just to tell you what I'm doing wrong. So right here, I am looking, so I'm blocking, and I'm not arched. I'm not driving my heels like I should. But most importantly, I'm not actively arching into that sit-up. Which, that one was a little better, but my head still isn't really doing the right things. And I'm not coming over the side that I want. And I totally just missed the block there. Missing all these blocks, but something felt kind of good. And this is when I started realizing that I wasn't turning enough. I was just going like square with my chest handspring style over instead of countering by cutting the angles off. And try the biles. I have tried it, and I cannot do Yuchenkos for the life of me, Quentin. It is so annoying. And David are talking aesthetics-wise. I'm not sure what you mean. I don't know who this David guy is. But so this one was a little better because you can see I'm starting to lead with my hips, and I'm still watching the table. So I really liked the way that one felt, but I didn't know what to do afterwards. So I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm like trying to figure out how to sit up into a pike. Super ugly, but that one was better. But I'm still not driving my heels like I want. But this was just a frustrating day, and I totally fell off. I fell off that side of the mat right there. But on Tuesday, we decided 28 turns and 3 routines. So we did P-bars, pommels, and rings so we could load up that wrist, really start pushing it. And we did a good amount of endurance routines. So I was very pleased with a lot of it. Where do we start now? P-bars. So I've made some big gains on the Makutes this week. Took a lot of turns on Makutes, a lot of peaches as well. But I think things are starting to come along. So I don't really do it as much as I want. I wish I had leaned more, but, first turn slop, I'm just going to let it ride out. And honestly, it wasn't like the ugliest thing, but wasn't perfect. And we're always striving for perfection here. And, Heelys are moving. I did get challenged by someone last week to do it without a mat. And I'm almost there. I'm still not quite confident enough in to the butt. Attaboy, Sam. There's a lot of that coming up for the rest of the week. Let me just prelude you guys. But, all right, look at that. I am plunging so hard right now. The one thing I'm not doing, I'm not looking at the rails yet. And now I am, which I'm going to start changing because it'll help me plange a lot better. But from here, I want to keep watching, getting my hips as far back as I can, and ride that thing through. And so that, wow, what happened there? That was real bad. I don't even know what I'm doing. All right, we're gonna take that through one more time because that was rough. That was real rough, guys. We're learning too many things. Oh no, that's what it was. Andre told me to try to reach back so that I could lock my arms out because I have this horrible problem with just instinctually bending my arms. So, and hey Sam, you got a peach handstand today? How to stay consistent? Well, if you're watching me, I'm not quite consistent, but what I will say is having a consistent drop is going to be key, which is why I'm doing that plangey, really leaning, and then letting gravity take me back and really throwing my hips back. And so there, I finally got challenged to do a kip out of it. My hands burned like hell after that, but it was worth it. And Quentin, is it possible to do a triple? It is. I've seen a couple guys in Japan do it, but by no means do I think I'm confident or ready to do a triple on P-bars. But so we're going to start talking a lot about this Makutes timer. And so there, look at what my head's doing. Where are my eyes looking? Up in this corner. That's wrong. I'm going to start needing to change that real soon. Even though these looked all right, I think I was just getting away with some lucky turns. What up, Lavis? I know that's Dylan. How are you doing? So now we're starting to get tricky with our Makutses. And we're going to really focus on... Oh, no. We haven't gotten there yet. We have a couple more turns of failures. And then things are going to look good. Look at that. Fighting the planche. What up, Rob? How are you doing, my guy? How was strength and conditioning without me today and that little mini practice? Was it productive? Oh, hold on. Yep. All right. I think this is where I finally, maybe it's one more, when I finally start realizing what I need to do. Look at that. That was a much, much smoother Makutes right there. I don't know if it's this one, but let's watch where my eyes go. Nope. I'm still not really doing it on this one. And that's probably why I didn't make it. But I get up. I try again. And Mason had a working. What do you mean a working? Ooh, still could not figure it out. But maybe I just haven't. Maybe this is the turn where I do get this going. All right, where am I looking? Nope, I'm throwing my head out so hard. It's still not good, and hence why I went so far over. Well, maybe it was in the routine. Oh, yeah, Mason really had us working. Yeah. Wait, so I thought Wednesdays were supposed to be a lot easier. Woo! Alright, so yeah, none of this honestly looks good, guys. It's not looking so good. And Quentin, how does it feel to have a move named after you? Pretty good. And so there's me finally landing a Healy with softer mats, which is my stepping stone to get in no mats, which we're almost there. Still really bending my arms on those, but you know, it was kind of a struggle of the first couple skills, and so my mindset really isn't geared into it the way I want. But that's fine. That's fine. And Quentin, I literally had just brain farted. Did I answer your question? It feels pretty cool to have the name or skill named after me, but it's not like, I don't know, I've kind of forgotten. It's been so long since, like, I don't know, it's just, oh, that was a real ugly stutz. And are we going to my butt again? Oh no, we got the stick that time. That was fine. That was fine. I'll take that. And then wait, oh my god, is this my pommel horse day? Oh, it is. So I started feeling much better in my wrist this time, or this week, guys. Much better. Look at this. I'm actually confidently doing circles. It's not beautiful. It's not like I'm ready to do a routine, but I'm no longer only doing circles, and I'm slicing and dicing. Look at that. Showing some confidence. Not really ready for the one pommel circles, but you know, great way to start. It's been so long. And Dylan, my skill is worth a D, and it fulfills the category of scissor work. I don't even know what category it is. Sorry, guys. I just know it's scissor stuff. But here I am cruising through my horse circuit. We're gonna breeze past this. Let's see how these circles were. You'll be able to tell how in shape I am on this day. And yeah, it's a little bit better. We're not healed, and we're still trying to progress into getting it a lot stronger so I can be more confident, because leather work is the hard thing now. We've been doing circles on the pommel. We've been doing our turns on the pommel. Next big step is going to be doing that leather work. So fingers crossed. And yeah, you guys, I dropped the ball. So I was filming pommel horse still when I hit record for my rings routine. So I felt like a noob, and I totally screwed it up. But here I am, because I did a 7-part routine, but I messed up my giant. I bailed at the wrong time, so I was like, all right, let's try it again. Fail. Let's try it again. And thanks, Connor, for the category 1. You are right. I appreciate that. And Quentin, favorite apparatus got to be high bar, man. I love the high flying releases. You see that? Almost kicked the freaking rings right there, guys. Let's see how dangerous this could have been. Hey, let's get wrapped up in that bad boy, huh? Yeah, that would not be fun. Freaked me out a little bit, but we're all right. Do I ever struggle with flop sequences? Dude, I struggle all the time with flop sequences. It's probably one of the hardest things. That's why I do so many travels, because I was like, I'd rather do leather and traveling work than do flops. Because I don't do flops in my routine. I've successfully made E-flop maybe like 5 times in my life. And I know it's... But we're feeling strong, feeling spicy. Started off with an Azarian, because we got to keep that strength going. Got to stay swole, folks. And look at that flat Maltese, guys. That's what you want. That's what you want. Soon I'll be doing this in the on the big boy rings, guys. Real soon. And then I'm starting to get spicy. You know, not as good as last week on the Azarian Maltese, but you know, I'm still just working the muscles. That'll soon get me there. And Rob, how much weight is on there, Rob? I don't know if you're still in there, but Rob got me this week by adding an extra 10 pounds, and everything was so easy. I thought I got super strong, but unfortunately, Rob just added some weight. But yeah, just cruising through my strength sequences, getting that backup rise Maltese ready. Soon enough, we'll be cruising through that bad boy. And then some cross pulls. Gotta keep those elbows strong. Keep them real strong. And then where else we getting? Because that's going to end our Tuesday. Yeah, Andre was making me work so hard on those. It's like, oh, just give me a little bit more spot, bro. So Wednesday, we did our high bar and we did our floor. just to make up for the events that we didn't quite get to. And it's time to put those taps that we figured out on Monday to the test. See that little hip turn and that pull in the shoulders? We're cruising through. And did gymnastics become easier when you became a man? Because I know it's called women's gymnastics. It's called men's gymnastics. My bad. I will say, like, your body stops growing, and so when that happens, you feel a lot more confident in, like, your physique, and you can start building muscle. So I will say that yes, once your pubescent time is up, you're probably gonna feel a lot better in gymnastics. I know I definitely did. And what up, Gavin? How are you doing today? Hope you're having a beautiful Wednesday. We're just cruising through our Wednesday of last week, making sure we're getting spicy. Yeah, I took that one a little too far, unfortunately. But I think today I ended up doing a lot more focus on Tkachev because I've been missing those a lot, right? I've been missing them a lot. So what I decided to do was try mixing things up. Nope, I missed too many. Sorry, I forgot I did a couple of them. So yeah, missed that bad boy, and I'm like, all right, Andre, let's see what we can do. Ooh, yeah, I just cut that one real short, and that's the only reason I caught that one. But what you're going to start noticing is my head position as I'm coming through the bottom is going to start changing. So right here, looks like you made it, Gav. Yo, Gav, you did make it. Proud of you. All right, so now I'm going to start looking at this bar through this tap. Usually I have my head super ducked, and that's going to help me pike a lot less and keep pressure because if I'm piking here, that's because I'm losing pressure. And so this was just a nice little tap, but that was feeling pretty good. So I was like, all right, maybe we can give this a go in the actual release. And boom, I was like, all right, that felt pretty good. Wasn't perfect, but let's see. So I was like, all right, let's call it there. We've done too many. But let's try this new pulling in technique, throwing your head back through the bottom, and see how this all works. So I missed the first one, but second one felt good. How about, am I doing Casino or is this? Yep, going with the Casino. So still a little sloppy in the knees. But I start dialing it in a lot more. And here we go. Is this the one? And not really throwing. Okay, there's the head coming back. Knees are looking, still had a little knee bend in there. But the arms are coming through the hips a lot better. So not too shabby. It's improving, and we're more consistent on our form throughout the air. I'm still bending my knees a little bit on the tap, but I think on Friday we start getting a little better on that. And Gavin, did you hear him say hi to me? I got you guys. We're saying what's up to everyone. And that was a very early dismount tap. Even though I landed well, I'm not proud of that. Not proud of that one. But I was like, all right, let's translate all these things that we've been compiling into a tap in the routine and just try to keep really good form. And so do I keep good form on this one? That's pretty good. Do I pull in and coil? That's a great release position right there. So I'm very happy with that. Very, very happy. Awesome presentation for us to see your progress. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I mean, this is just my time to reflect and being able to, if anyone thinks they can get something out of it as well, the more the merrier, right? And saying hi to all you guys. Connor, what do you got? What do you feel improves with the pull and the whip in comparison to the old technique? It's throwing the head back as you get pressure through the bottom. So I used to tap by ducking my head, so I would get a lot more extension in my shoulders, and I thought I would use that to coil, like to be like a rubber band to throw me over, but all it would do was push my chest through the tap more than it should, and so and I would never be able to have time to pull into my hips. So by keeping my head out, I'm throwing my head back, and I'm able to actually close my shoulder angle a lot faster. So that's the difference between the old technique. And yeah, I was filming high bar again. I don't know what happened to me this week, guys. Tech savviness was horrible. And yeah, I did end up skipping vault because I was having a lot of shin splints because I did so much floor. All right, so I guess we're just going to dive right into Friday now. Right into Friday. And yeah, no worries, Connor. No worries. I got you, my boy. So we did 10 turns on horse. That's the highlight right here, guys. Look at that. 10 turns on horse. This was a spicy day. I think taking it easy on the shin splints on vault really paid off because I felt significantly better I felt way too good on that. I was trying to like press right to handstand like the Japanese do, and I just got way too confident in myself. So not as much plange as I would like, but you know, I'll take that. I'll take that. Hence why it probably came out so much more right there. But let's get the Healy. This is all one turn, but I chopped it up just to save a little bit of time. I forgot to do the Healy, I think, with the softer mat. Much more plange action on there, but I'm still just really throwing my head back too much is what I'm coming to terms with. It's good to have it out, but I think I need to keep it in a little bit longer. And hey, what do you got for me, Andre? Hey, my guy, we're surfing out here. We're surfing. We keep it lively, guys. It's not all gymnastics in there. And yeah, that's me trying the new technique where all I see are the ends of the rails. So here we go. I finally got it down on Friday. Eyes looking down here. Love it. Love it. Continually looking. Great. But then my feet. Oh no, they're blocking my field of vision. I can't see the bars. Well, now I can just start watching my toes come up. And oh, all right, now we're going to cruise right to the handstand. Don't mind if I do. And so that's how I started figuring things out. It's changing my like visual field as I do this, and it's helping me really just ride up in with good pressure. Granted, that one wasn't good, but I also got a little rushed on that one. But look at that. I'm ready to push off and send that one right into this part of it. Boom. And so another tip that Andre started giving me that, I don't know, people have told me this a million times, looking down the rail through those drills. It's just, I don't know why I've never done it. I always thought like I wanted to look where it was natural, but it's so much better to actually look somewhere deliberately and then work your body around it. And this just really helps you square up and keep pressure. So we're going to do it full circle right here. How is it? Ooh, you know, wasn't perfect, but by far one of the best ones that I've done since coming back. We're getting a lot better pressure. I'm not looking down the rail though. That was one thing that, like, this was fine, but my head doesn't start really looking down the way I want it to. And that time I started to, but then I threw my head out to look at it, and it wasn't the right move. But eyes, good, good, good. Ride. All right, we're chilling. What do you got for me? All right, and look at that. Boom. First thing I do, eyes, looking down, looking down. You saucy minx. Way to get it done, kid. And what do you prefer? What you prefer for your strength exercise? I mean, I like doing a lot of. Yeah, I just got rushed on that one, and then I freaked out. Didn't know what to do, but we're sending it in the routine too, guys. All right. Heelys are cruising, but let me say, I love range strength. I don't know, something about it is satisfying. Ooh, these peaches, a little better. Not perfect, but I still just have that quick arm bend. But I think my favorite would have to be core exercises. I have been pretty big into the leg squats and all that stuff. Really strengthening glutes and hamstrings has really helped me stay safe on floor and vault and really increase my numbers. So I'll say, you know what, those might be my favorite things and the biggest change that I've had in my gymnastics because of those strength exercises. And do you look at the rail you handstand on? Yes, Connor, the one you handstand on. That is the key way to go. And see, guys, I told you, it's a big theme for this week is me sitting down all these double fronts. I was pretty gassed, though, I'll say that. And you saucy minx. I don't know where that came from. I say it all the time, but if anyone knows where that actually started from, let me know, because I need to recheck that. It might be How I Met Your Mother, actually. It 100% is How I Met Your Mother, and that's what Barney says. But we're starting it back on the high bar. Oh, wait, Brian, what'd you say? How important is your diet and sleep for making progress in your workouts? Dude, it is like almost everything. That's recovery to its finest. Like we're very, we've slacked a little bit for Mia's birthday this past weekend, but with that being said, it is everything that can, like, if you're not doing those things, you might as well just take like 30% less turns every day, because you're not going to have the amount of turns you can get back from resting and dieting and sleeping well is going to be about, I'm just throwing a random number out there, but here's where I visually feel it, 30% more input into your daily practices when those things go right. And why do you do 2 peaches in your routine? Yeah, peach half is going to be the first one I do, and then the peach will be the second one. So it's just a timer. And look at the beauty in that. Oh my, hold on, let's send that back real quick. I am just getting this beautiful like double layout whippy action going now with this Kovacs. And look at those knees. Just the slightest bend. I might be able to get away with that on the, if I was wearing pants. But knees also so good. Look at that. My hands coming so close to my hips right now, guys. This is the follow. This is like a swing on when you're golfing. You always got to do the follow through. What's the follow through? Pulling those hands down to your hips. Huge ideas that have finally come to fruition in my own gymnastics. Crazy it took this long to figure it out. And what is your favorite skill to compete? Is there an upgrade? I would have to say a Coleman's just my favorite skill to compete in general, and totally ducked my head. Did that completely wrong, but that's fine. And you are so excited about that. Can you share? Hold on. What'd you say? What was that? Kubrick, what do you mean? Do a Kudinov, please? Oh, dude, I don't know if I have the skills for that. So, no, these are all wrong right now. Even though that was alright. I'm trying to fix my head position on this, if you guys remember. Dude, I could never do a Kudinov. I'm horrible at front giants. So these are alright. I'm honestly just feeling really good today, and I'm making up where some techniques might not be good. Ooh, I like that one, though. Look at where my heel snapped. It used to be this router. Now it's before the router. Even though I didn't finish the way that I wanted. There are a couple things that need to happen. Meant to be 2 questions on one line. Oh, what is your favorite skill to compete? Oh, and is there an upgrade? And that was a beautiful looking half talk. There was a lot of potential there. But yeah, my favorite skill to compete. Yeah, I mean it's the Coleman, and look at the form on that. Look at, oh my gosh, guys, I get excited about that. Look at that. Oh, guys, we're killing it. We are killing it right now. And look at that position. If I let go right now, I am going to be a very happy man. I just need to translate these perfect timers that I do when I actually release. Because, man, there is a bit of fear factor in all of this. Oh, and the upgrade I'm excited about? I would have to say the Liukin is probably the upgrade I'm most excited about. It's just like, I don't know, it's a ballsy skill, and it's pretty cool. And so I started doing the second half in full difficulty, but I took out my second pullover tap just because I wasn't getting through it, and I needed to practice all this stuff in the second half when I'm tired, and I just was not successful when I was doing the 2 pullover taps. So Andre told me to take it out, and honestly, it was a huge move. Very loose and lazy. I stuck it. I got lucky. It was not the turn that I wanted, but that's fine. And I mean, okay, so I do get scared, but I would say I don't get as scared as I used to. Like, I'm not scared I'm going to die. I'm not scared I'm going to hit my face on the bar. I'm able to change technique confidently enough while I'm doing the event to say that I'm going to be all right, and I just want to see, like, yeah, I'm cool if I take it close. Like, that's fine. As long as I have a mat slide, you know, I know what needs to happen in order to fix things. So I'm not scared of dying anymore, I guess is the best way to put it. And I've tried a Miyachi, and it's hard. But with this new technique, it honestly might be a little bit better. And look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's doing a cross right now with no spot. I'm getting huge, guys. Getting huge. And Connor, yeah, actually, I'm a big advocate of doing taps with shoes on. It really helps you find the spots that will open you up and help you kick and hang in the right places. It like kind of makes gravity happen for you in all the right directions. And so that was a pretty saucy little second half. So I was like, all right, Andre, he talked me into this actually. let's just do a spot with the real rings of what my first 3 skills will be. So, I was like, all right, that didn't go well. This also, Andre, I'm not ready to do this by myself, bro. So he kind of helped me quite a bit. And then I was like, dude, I'm like already dead. I've burned all my fibers. Look at this Maltese planche I'm trying for 2 seconds. So we gave it a go. But yeah, I'm a very big advocate of the shoes. And yeah, that was a really good layout out of that 2.5. And so we decide, let's go for it. Stick City, boys. I like it. And yeah, Dylan, I'm a big, strong guy. We getting swole out here. Guys, look at that height I'm getting. I'm so much height. And so I tried to be a little too high on that double full and over-rotated it. But I was like, maybe that's what I need for the Randy. And yes, it was. That was the same takeoff that I wanted to do for the Randy, not the double full. But who are all these athletes? They are gymnasts, but they have skills named after them. And so they do every time you get a new skill named after you, it turns out that is going to be, these are all big skills that are happening. Like Miyachi and Kudanov, these are hard skills. And so, in the sense, yes, they are all names, but they are also skills. And who are athletes, gymnasts, or not, who provide inspiration in your journey? I'd have to say my teammates are definitely my biggest inspiration. But my family, 100%, the biggest inspiration. I used to go like mentally crazy when I was didn't have Mia, the puppies. I lived at the training center. All I did was like really focus 100% on athletics. That was, I started on the wrong foot right there. It's like stupid. But yeah, those are the things that, So the first 3 went so well there. And then the rest of it, my legs they feel like 100-pound weights right now. And I got to finish this out. It's not going to be pretty. But yeah, really having like a family is helped me mentally appreciate gymnastics in a way that, I don't know, it inspires me. Like, it actually does inspire me. Having someone to help distract me from all the pressures and really make my time in the gym feel like it's just time in the gym and I can escape it and really make the most of my life outside of the gym. That's where my inspiration comes from. Being able to have that and being supported by my family. And we end with a nice little stick right there. And do I track my sticks? No, I definitely want to, but it's something where I think it's just a little too much work right now. And I'm always trying my hardest to stick. So let that be said. And yeah, my body definitely said flop, man. I was done right there. I hit hard and I was just like a dead fish. And so I did 10 turns. I struggled a lot on these Busnari timers. It's been a while because my wrist never felt good enough to have pressure on the leather like that. Now this is very different from loops. This is just doing a handstand. Doesn't take as much pressure, but it's not quite as good. Not quite as good, that's for sure. And Flip Boy, sorry I totally missed that. You're scared of dying on the high bar? Well, you're not alone. You are not alone. Olympians definitely go through that process of being scared. But warming up them circles, we're getting things going. It is a beautiful looking day for some circles, that's for sure. But I was feeling spicy again. I was like, all right, let's do some more one pommel work. Let's get that turning stuff. I'm getting great hip turn over this right arm, which is why that wasn't that good. But that's kind of why I was like, well, I'm able to actually push through this. All right, you guys, I'm starting to wonder, did I put this on Tuesday? Or maybe I just took the same turns. I think that is the case. But yeah, because then I decided to do my skill, the McCoolick, guys. And there it is. The first one was not that good. The second one was much better. And honestly, first ones felt pretty good to do that again. So here we go. Let me get my turning skills. I didn't want to put my hand down on the leather, but I could have done it, guys. I could have done that D Russian flop. And hey, nice little salute because that felt good. And doing good makes me happy. So that was pretty solid right there. I wanted to try the Busnari and just stop in the handstand, but I'm definitely just not quite there yet. But I took advantage of this day where I felt good. And that's going to be a new F dismount for anyone. No, I'm just kidding. It's really not. And thanks. You're my inspiration. Let's go 2021. Hey, I appreciate it, Flip Boy. You get after it too. Believe me. Keep doing your taps and you're going to be right there, my guy. Just build that confidence and you'll be chilling. So I'm not gonna make you guys watch my whole circuit again. We've done this a couple times. Sorry, I'm gonna let this play out actually. Any advice for the drop in for the Busnari? Yes. You want to swing your hips. Like you want to get your so you want to get over. All right. So how do I put this? So here's two pommels, right? You got two pommels right here. Your hands are in the middle. What you want to do is get that hand that's going in the middle of the horse. You want to get that. You want to get your weight over that as much as possible. That is goal. But you're going to do that by pushing your left hand over and getting your your left cheek over that horse and then replacing that hand behind you. And so I call it swing. Like you want to just get your swing kind of thing going. But yeah, that's the best way to get it is keeping your weight in the middle of the horse as much as possible on that drop down. And so, yeah, we're going to finish that out. Look at those ugly circles. You're tired, dude. You're doing your 1-on-6. I get it. And so, okay, I want to pretense this Saturday. I was planning on doing ring strength. I was planning on doing my circuit. I ended up doing 23 vault drills. That is an absurd number of vault drills. I got mentally frustrated. I got super PO'd. And I just kept going and going because things were not going the way I wanted them to. And then I was having all these intense discussions with my coach and my teammate about where my head position needs to be, where my hands need to go, where my body needs to lead, how do I arch more, how do I drive my heels. And it was like, there's so many Dylan, swing is, all right, see that? You see that last one? All right, I'm going to just go back to that. But yes, that is a Wayne's World reference. I appreciate you getting that. But yeah, all right, look at this. This was me just being like, oh yeah, I'm going to be an idiot and I'm going to do everything that you're saying, coach, and be overly dramatic. And so that's why that turn looks so ugly. But so what I'm really trying to do, I'm trying to drive my heels. Did I do that? No. So this turn's already over. It's done. It's done. So I'm like, all right, let's go back to like just little baby drills. That was way too handspringy. That was a little too handspringy too and piked. So that was a little more heel drive, but not enough. I didn't ever get into a little arch. Never arched. And I'm pretty sure none of these actually went well. I tried arching on that one. But I'm doing a handspring, which is like the problem. And this one actually was probably the best one right there. But I started turning the wrong way because my head went the wrong way. And so then I really ducked my head, and that just was not good. I rushed everything in there, and I finally stopped. And after that, I was just like, we went in the back, and we did drills for like 30 minutes. No, we did drills for like another hour, and we talked for another hour. And I was like, you know what, dude? I just need to get out of here. My mind is so fried. I need to get to Mia's birthday party because I'm just like stressed out. So I ended up just saying, I'm done. I'm going to skip my strength. So I was a little bummed that I didn't do that. That was not productive. I should have stuck around. But sometimes you just know when you need to get the hell out of the gym. And that was that time. And so we're going to conclude week 7. We did 137 turns, which is a lot more turns than last week. 10 routines plus 3 from last week, so that's actually the standard. I just dipped down last week in routines. And the goal for next week is going to be more horse. We're going to get that peach half, that Suarez, keep those high bar taps progressive, try doing the releases without mats, and then get that strength that I missed. And so that's everything that I got for this week. If you guys got any last couple questions, feel free to hit me up right now. I'll send them your way. But other than that, that's going to conclude our episode for today. So thank you all for joining and really appreciate you guys spending the time to hang out with me.